There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize something painful, yet powerful. That they have been shrinking themselves to make others feel comfortable. They stayed silent when they should have spoken. They accepted disrespect just to keep peace. They lowered their standards, their values, their self-worth. Not because they were weak, but because they cared. The Stoics warned us about this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. Not someone who begs for approval. Not someone who bends their spine to be liked. But someone who stands firm, calm, and unshaken. Because the moment you lower yourself for others, you teach them how to treat you." Today, you will learn 5 Stoic lessons that will permanently change how you see yourself, how you deal with people, and why you must never lower yourself for anyone, no matter who they are. Listen carefully. This is not motivation. This is discipline. Lesson 1. Your worth is not negotiable. Epictetus said something simple, yet dangerous to the insecure mind. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because the Stoics understood a truth most people avoid. Your worth does not come from others, not from their praise, not from their attention, not from their approval. The moment you allow someone else to define your value, you hand them control over your emotions. And most people, they don't even know how to handle their own lives. Yet you expect them to define yours? Think about this. Why do people lower themselves? To be accepted, to avoid conflict, to feel needed, to not be alone. But Stoicism teaches us something radical. It is better to stand alone with dignity than to kneel in company. When you tolerate disrespect, you are not being patient. You are being careless with your self-respect. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, know your own worth. Use it. You don't need to announce your value. You don't need to prove it. You simply live by it. Because people may doubt your words, but they never doubt your standards. If someone benefits from you lowering yourself, they do not deserve access to you. Lesson 2. Never chase what disrespects you. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." But brave from what? From the fear of losing people. Most suffering doesn't come from loss. It comes from clinging. Clinging to people who don't value you, don't listen to you, don't respect your boundaries, only want you when it's convenient. Stoicism is very clear on this. If something requires you to abandon your dignity, it is too expensive. When you chase people, you send one message: I believe my presence is less valuable than yours. And that belief becomes visible in your posture, your tone, your patience for nonsense. The Stoics believed in mutual respect, not attachment. Epictetus warned, don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Read that again. When you stop chasing, something powerful happens. The wrong people leave, the right people adjust, and you rediscover yourself. Let them misunderstand you. Let them walk away. A Stoic never begs for space in a place where they are not valued. Lesson 3. Silence is stronger than explanations. One of the most misunderstood Stoic traits is silence. People think silence means weakness. The Stoics knew better. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." You don't need to explain yourself to those who already decided to misunderstand you. You don't need to defend your character to people committed to doubting it. When you over-explain, you reveal insecurity. You give power. You seek validation. A Stoic understands this. Your life is your explanation. Silence protects your energy. Silence denies drama oxygen. Silence keeps you in control. Not every disrespect deserves a response. Not every opinion deserves attention. Sometimes the strongest move is to watch, observe, and walk away without saying a word. Because your calm confuses those who expected your collapse. Stoic reminder: loud reactions give satisfaction to fools. Quiet confidence terrifies them. Lesson 4. You are responsible for your self-respect. Here is the hard truth the Stoics never sugarcoated. People will only treat you as badly as you allow. Seneca said, "No one can hurt you without your consent." Read that carefully. Disrespect begins outside, but humiliation begins inside. The moment you tolerate insults, manipulation, emotional neglect, repeated boundary violations, you silently agree to it. Stoicism teaches radical self-accountability. Not blame, not anger, but responsibility. Ask yourself, why am I allowing this? Not, why are they doing this? When you fix your standards, your life fixes itself. You don't need revenge. You don't need confrontation. You need boundaries. And boundaries are not walls. They are filters. They don't keep people out. They reveal who belongs. Lesson 5. Detachment is power, not coldness. People often confuse Stoicism with emotional coldness. The Stoics were not emotionless. They were emotionally disciplined. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't depend. You don't cling. You don't lose yourself. When you detach, fear loses grip. Manipulation fails. Respect increases. Because detached people cannot be controlled. They choose. They are not desperate. They love, but they don't beg. They stay, but they are not afraid to leave. This is why Stoics never lower themselves. Not because they are arrogant, but because they are rooted. A tree does not bow to every wind. Why people will test you. Understand this. When you raise your standards, people will test them. They will push boundaries, question your change, call you cold, selfish, arrogant. Not because you are wrong, but because you are no longer easy. The Stoics expected this. Epictetus said, "If you want to be invincible, make sure you never enter a battle where victory depends on others." You don't need everyone's approval. You need self-respect. And that is non-negotiable. Daily Stoic practice. Ask yourself every night, where did I lower myself today? Why did I do it? What will I do differently tomorrow? No guilt, no shame, only awareness. Because awareness is the beginning of strength. Final message. Remember this. You were not born to be convenient. You were not born to beg for space. You were not born to shrink so others feel tall. You were born to stand calm, firm, and unshaken. The Stoics lived in brutal times: wars, exile, death, betrayal. Yet they mastered one thing. They never abandoned themselves. Do the same. Because the world will try to lower you, but only you decide whether it succeeds. Stand straight. Speak when necessary. Walk away when required. And never, ever lower yourself for anyone.